Okay, in this video, I'm going to pick up where I left off last time. So now the task is to set the utility value for this $100 outcome. So I want a number, a utility value that's going to go right here on my list of utility values. So to do that, I need to do basically the same thing that I did last time. I'm going to offer myself two choices. Choice number one is getting the $100 with certainty. So the first choice is always going to be the outcome that I'm setting the utility value for. You offer yourself that with certainty. Or you offer yourself a second choice, which is always going to be a gamble. And the gamble is always between the most preferred outcome, that is, in this case, the $800, and the least preferred outcome, that is, the outcome you want the least, which in this case is the outcome where you have to give up $100. Okay, and recall that when you offer yourself these two choices, there are three options that you have. Choose the $100, that is, choose the thing that you're offering yourself with certainty. You can choose the gamble, or you can be indifferent between the two. And this is really what we are trying to figure out. At what point am I indifferent between getting the $100 with certainty or taking the gamble? Okay, so I want to do the same thing that I did last time. I want to offer myself a series of different gambles until I find this point where I'm indifferent. And it doesn't really matter what numbers you choose, what probabilities you choose to begin. You just need to choose something. Typically, I like to choose something, start kind of on the high side and then work my way down, but it doesn't really matter. You just want to pick something and see which you would choose, number one or number two. So for me, in this case, I have a choice between the $100 with certainty or this particular gamble, a gamble where I have an 80% chance of winning $800. I would choose I'm definitely going to go with the gamble. So, oops. Make a note of that and offer myself another and here 100 with certainty or a gamble where I have a 75% chance of getting 800. I'm going to go with the gamble again. And so I'm going to offer myself $100 with certainty or this gamble. Now the gamble has a 60% chance of giving me the 800. I'm still going to go gamble. Let's see, actually run out of room here. Get rid of these. So now let me try this gamble. $100 with certainty or a gamble where I have a 50% chance of getting 800 and a 50% chance of losing $100. Okay, so the gamble's looking a lot less attractive, but I think I'm still going to go with gamble. And here, okay, so the 100 with certainty is starting to look kind of tempting, but for me, and anyone else could be different here, but for me, 55% chance of having to give up 100, but 45% chance of getting 800, that's still too tempting. So I'm going to go with the gamble. Okay, so now at this point, the gamble is one where I have a 40% chance of getting the 800, a 60% chance of having to give up $100. So at this point, with this particular gamble, I'd be equally happy either taking number one, $100 with certainty, or taking the gamble. So here I say that I'm indifferent. And so I'm finished. I'm just going to write one sentence that explains that. Okay, so to finish this up, it's good to just have a sentence that says where it is you're indifferent. When I have a 40% chance of winning the gamble, I'm equally happy taking one or two. So that means that my utility value for this outcome here is 0.4. Okay, so I have my full set of utility values, and what we want to do now, what I'll do in the next video, is show you how we use these utility values in making a decision.